Hi, beloveds. How are you doing today? Well, let's talk about how to leave a job on good terms. The first thing is, it doesn't matter whether you like the job or not, whether you're excited to leave or, you know, it's not about the people or the work. It's about maybe increasing your income, or maybe you love the work, but you're not that crazy about the folks you're working with. It doesn't matter. Whether you like the job or not, you should always leave on good terms, okay? What does that mean? Well, the bare minimum is leaving within giving them at least a 2-week notice. That's minimum. Jobs that I wasn't that crazy about, I gave them 2 weeks notice. But if I know that there's a potential for a really good reference and that I really appreciate the job, I've given 1 month on average, and the longest I've given was about 3.5 months notice, okay? That was a really high level job. It was closer to 4 months, really. One thing I did, and you should do at all jobs, is make sure to wrap up the loose ends, depending on what kind of work you have. If you're doing program management or high level leadership, wrap up your projects, document so whoever comes after you can, take over and have the information they need. Just really tie up loose ends. That's really important. If it's more of a retail kind of job, just giving them 2 weeks, even up to a month, is really helpful so that they can hire someone else. Maybe it can give them time for you to train someone else. They will really appreciate it, and they will probably give you a really good reference, okay? And references are very important. Another thing is in more office settings, I've done a gift for the office. So I have done things like I got this basket that had cleaning supplies, soap and scrubbers and stuff, because we had an issue with the shared kitchen not being cleaned very well. And it was a really cute gift that everyone in the office could benefit from. One time I bought one of those edible arrangements on my last day and just let everyone come in the kitchen just to eat it and just talk and say goodbye, like a little party I almost made for myself. I've baked cake and brought it in on the last day. So whatever you can do to leave on a good note can be really helpful. I have seen, especially in the federal government, people come back. People come back all the time, whether they come back a month later or a few years later. Like, people can come back. So you leave on a good note and it can make a huge difference. Also, there may be subcontractor opportunities that you could participate in if you leave on a good note. And again, just having a great reference is really important. Also, other people watch what you do when you leave. So you think you may, if you want to leave really quickly and not on a good note, other people are watching, and you may think that, oh, I don't need a reference from my boss. I can get a job reference from my colleague. If they see the way you left, they may not give you a good reference. And be careful about your references, because just because you think someone is your friend doesn't mean that they're going to give you a good reference. And, so that's really important. So leave on a good note. It's very important. No matter how upset you are, leave on a good note. However, there are times where, you need to just go. You need to not play nice with people who abuse you. If you're being abused at work, and you know what I mean, if they are asking you to work overtime and they're not compensating you, if they're having you clock out and then want you to keep working, you know what I mean. If they're doing any of that nonsense, you need to just go. Okay? Or think very carefully about how you want to leave. But don't tolerate that kind of mistreatment and abuse. Most of the time, it's not worth it. Okay? All right, then. Well, I hope this video was helpful for you. Let me know in the comments and ask me any questions. I'd love to do some Q&As. All right, take care.